Hi, I'm Dr. Valorie Parker. I'm a businesswoman, author, speaker, and life coach. The Soul of a Woman Foundation was founded in 2007. As a survivor of domestic violence, I thought it was necessary for me to create an avenue to bring awareness to domestic violence that exists between men, women, and children. I believe that if we bring awareness to domestic violence, then we will be able to cease this silent epidemic that is continuing and vastly destroying our countries. The Soul of a Woman Foundation does several projects a year. Yearly, I do the Back to School Drive, which in the past I've served over 300 children with back to school supplies. And I'm so excited about doing that because I remember once I divorced and here I was, single, 4 kids, 4 different personalities, and them having to go back to school. It is very hard to find and to buy school supplies for all of your children when you have multiple. 1 is okay, 2 is okay, but when you have 4, it becomes to be a bit much. And during the year, occasionally what I do is put on personal development workshops.
Never, ever go back to that situation again.
Thankfully, you left and didn't go back, and I salute you for doing that. Doing a support group, looking at these young ladies that are survivors, that's why I kept saying, it's powerful. You're a powerful individual because it takes courage to still be here, to say, I'm not going to give you that right, and I'm not going to rob the world of knowing who I am.
And why the workshops? Because I feel that if we can empower individuals to embrace a larger vision of themselves, then we can cut down the rate of domestic violence. Domestic violence, I feel, occurs because people have no idea who they are or whose they are. So if they can dream a dream bigger than what they see every day in the mirror, then that will eliminate this silent epidemic. I've published 4 books, but my first book, From the Soul of a Woman, Love Shouldn't Hurt, I released in 2005. It is my bestseller because it is my life story. It tells about my journey of living in a domestic violence situation. I was married 19 years to a pastor, and I gave birth to 4 children in that marriage. And I found myself homeless after deciding to leave that abusive situation, and we wind up homeless for 3 months, me and my 4 children sleeping on a mattress in a garage that a friend had offered us for space. I decided that I was not going to take life sitting down. A lot of times people go through situations in life and they get stuck, they get parked in life. But I decided after looking at my children in the face that I was not going to give up on them, because if I gave up on myself, then it would be them giving up on themselves as well. So From the Soul of a Woman, Love Shouldn't Hurt talks about that journey of how I fought my way through that. Although the situation seemed hopeless, it seemed bleak at several instances, I didn't want to give up. And as a result of me pressing forward, I created a book series called From the Soul of a Woman collection. And then I had the opportunity to work with Les Brown, Malik Yoba, and several other talented individuals, and traveled the world extensively, all from that one book, From the Soul of a Woman, Love Shouldn't Hurt. As I was liberated, I decided to share that in other books. So my next book, Unveiling Secrets from the Heart, Forgiving Your Past to Free Your Future. That simply means just what it is. Some people say, why would you stay in an abusive situation for 19 years? I wouldn't take that. But a lot of times you can't see the picture when you're in the frame. And in that process, I had to forgive the fact that I let all those years go by in that marriage. We can't redeem time, but what we can do is forge our future. And I chose to change my future and nullify the prediction over my children's life by allowing them to dream dreams greater than they even imagined. So Forgiving Your Past to Free Your Future was why I wrote that second book. And then Restored Vessels, Young Adults Overcoming Adversities. I had 2 of my children write in that book. My daughter Stephanie, she moved to Atlanta when she was 20 and bought her first house. She had a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, and it was a great feet for her at 20 years old, because how many 20-year-olds will buy their house? And then my son David, he was going to drop out of school in the 8th grade. Could you imagine a child telling you he's not going to school? But he wanted to drop out of school in the 8th grade. But I'm so happy and delighted to say, not only did he continue his education, but he got his bachelor's degree, and then he went on and got his master's. And guess what? He's teaching. He has been teaching for 5 years now. And then I'm so proud of my 4th book, Unlimited Possibilities, because when you've journeyed where I've been, you have a lot to say about the journey. So Unlimited Possibility is like a roadmap of recovery for individuals who've gone through different things. I know a lot of people have gone through trauma because of the market crashing. They've lost thousands and millions of dollars and they feel that their life is over. Well, Unlimited Possibilities lets you know that if you can look up, you can get up. As my mentor Les Brown says, you always have tomorrow when you have you. Don't allow somebody's opinion dictate your reality. Yes, we've all had setbacks, we've all fell down, but we can get up again as long as we have life in our bodies. So Unlimited Possibilities means that you can walk in your ultimate purpose. I've been asked what is my inspiration as it relates to writing books and how have I published 4 books, and that, I write from my life experience. Everything in the book, I've lived it, I've breathed it, I know someone who's gone through it, and as you're liberated, you want to liberate others. So if you can write something, everybody has a story. Everybody has something that they can empower and inspire somebody with. And a lot of times we go through situations in our life so that we can be a witness for somebody else, that you can go through it and you can go through something and come out above, not beneath. So that's why I write, is so that I can save somebody from a calamity, or I can inspire somebody to tap into their dreams, because we're all created to be great. I believe you're beautiful queens and men of greatness on the earth, and sometimes we lose our way and we lose our focus. We get derailed in life because of obstacles, adversities that we face on a daily basis. When we're going to work, a lot of times you're working jobs just to make ends meet, not because you absolutely love it, but because it's something to pay the bills. But when you're writing, you can dream a dream. It's just like singers, when they sing of love, they sing of peace, not necessarily because they're in love or they're in peace, but because they wish it, they want it, and that's why I write. Also, not only am I a published author of 4 books, but I also have a radio show, Hot Topics from the Soul. Hot Topics from the Soul deals with social issues, relationships, finances. And the reason why I started Hot Topics from the Soul is because I wanted it to be an extension from my books. I have people that are always contacting me regarding my books and the things that they've read and how they were so motivated and inspired by my journey, if you will, and how I overcame obstacles. So I said, why not create a lifeline between me and the community, so that I can continue to empower them and they can continue to inspire me by talking about topics that are relevant in this day and time. We've covered things such as bullying, which a lot of individuals don't associate bullying with domestic violence. But when you overpower an individual and strong arm them to do something that is against their will, that is bullying, that is domestic violence. So I'm glad that I'm able to provide a platform for that and bring awareness to parents to get involved with their children's education. So Hot Topics from the Soul is a lifeline to educate, to inspire individuals. In doing so, I accomplished my goal by empowering individuals. I always say I'm reaching hearts and empowering lives. Those women set up to do with challenges that I face as a single parent. And you ask, how can you help? Be a soul partner? Well, you can contribute monthly or yearly to the Soul of a Woman Foundation by visiting my website, www.thesoulofAwoman.com, and being a soul.